notification, a 2-minute warning, and then just a simple statement will be made that the sentence has been carried out so that you will know that it is complete. However, the details of that will not be delivered until all of us come back from witnessing to the final press conference. I anticipate the final press conference likely to be around 2 a.m. Once we start the final press conference, we will give some statistics on the time of death, last words, and anything else that may come up. Then we will give you an opportunity to hear from the media witnesses. There are 7 of them. For the media witnesses, we will give each one of you an opportunity to make a statement and then turn it over to questions from other members of the media. Following that, members of the UDC team will have final comments and take questions as well. I do want to remind anyone who is in here tonight that we are not going to be able to allow you to leave the property and come back on. So if you do need to leave and are planning to, make sure that you are not planning to come back in. So for this first update, I will begin by telling you some of the events of the day that have taken place. Brian will have a few statements on department communication philosophy and also on the free speech zone, and then we will also be open to any questions that you have. Also would like to pass along a message from the condemned's mother. She expressed to us, and we said that we would pass along that his name is pronounced Taberon, first name pronounced Taberon, according to the mother, Taberon Honie. At 6:09, Mr. Honie was taken to the observation room. That happened this morning at 6:09 a.m. When he got there, he slept for about 2 hours until approximately 8:15-ish. At that point, he was given a tablet that he would have access to be able to watch movies or other entertainment. At this point, he has not chosen to do any of that because he's been very busy with visits that have been taking place. For breakfast, this was about 8:32. He ate a breakfast sandwich. Starting at about 10:02, he had a visit with his mother and father. And since that time, in numbers of twos, family members have been switching out and meeting with him throughout the day today. So his day mostly has consisted of visits with his family. He also has had a chance to meet with the warden, and there have also been 3 mental health checks made on Mr. Honie as well throughout the day today. Something a lot of you have been interested in is the last meal. There are a couple things I want to explain here. It was delivered at about 4:30, and he has eaten it. His last meal was request was a cheeseburger, fries, and milkshake. However, he did want it on the record, and we agreed to present this to you for you to do whatever you would wish, that he wants his last meal to be remembered as one that he recently had on our campus here with his family. His mood has been described by our team who have interacted with him as gracious and appreciative throughout the day.
Thank you, Glenn. And I just want to publicly thank Glenn and his communications team for all of their hard work, and we hope that you feel that you've had access and the ability to understand what is going on. I want to thank you all for being here today. You all play an essential role in transparency and accountability. Ultimately, we are responsible to the people of Utah, and you are a conduit to the people of Utah. And so we thank you for helping us account for this responsibility. It is our hope in the Department of Corrections that we will be known as a transparent and accountable organization. And our administration has worked very hard over the past year or so to be accountable and transparent. And we hope that you all feel that. And we want to do that in this case as well. There are parts of this process, however, where transparency has been limited by state statute. And the reality is we would not be able to fulfill this responsibility without some of those limitations, and protecting the identities of individuals who would not otherwise cooperate and help us fulfill this responsibility. So thank you for your understanding there, but we hope that you do feel that we're trying to be transparent, not only in this situation, but generally as a department. We've given access to you all to come into the prison. We've tried to provide documents, and so thank you for your interest in our organization and what we do. Additionally, we're aware that there's been some concerns raised around the free speech zone recently. And the reality is also we've spent months trying to find the best location where people can express their views. And just so you're aware, most of the land surrounding the prison is private property. Additionally, there's limited ingress and egress to the prison. There's limited roads in and out. And so in looking for the best location, we've contacted private property owners. We've looked for any public land that might be close. And so the location that we came up with, we feel is the best possible location for UDC and for those who want to express their views. I would add also, for safety reasons, we just can't allow people to roam, come on prison property or block roads or entrances. We have to have the ability to bring medical and fire and EMS, and our employees have to be able to come and go. And so we've done the best that we can to this point. I would also add, we released our plan and this location, this free speech location, over 2 months ago to the public, and no one contacted us until this week. And so we just want you to know we're also always willing to talk to any stakeholder on this issue or others. The reality is we just had only a couple days, and it's very difficult to address concerns in the 11th hour like this. But we want you to know we want to be as transparent and accountable as possible. We thank you for being here, and I think we're open to any potential questions.
Do you know, or can you say, has he picked his 5 people who were witnesses in the execution?
Yes, he has. So there are 5 on the list. We also gave him the opportunity to choose more if he wanted to, but he did not. We will be providing names of the witnesses specifically after the execution tonight. But yes, 5 will be coming for him. I can tell you 4 family members. We're expecting 4 family members and one of his attorneys.
And then just, I guess, last time there were in the final hour, almost minute-by-minute updates. Do you plan to do the same thing this time?
We will be offering those updates until 10:30 on the hour, but not minute by minute.
I understand his attorney will have access to a phone outside the chamber. Can you discuss that and the purpose of that allowance?
Sure. This is an agreement that we made with his attorneys that if there is a concern that they have during the execution procedure, that they have access to reach their, so the attorney that's witnessing can reach an attorney that is a part of their staff, who then can reach out to the courts. And then if the courts have any direction for us, that will get back to us and we'll act on that direction. So that's the purpose of the phone.
And I would like to add, if I could, to that, that illustrates the approach we have taken with their team, his attorney team, to be accommodating. Anytime they have come to us and asked us, we've listened to them and worked out something where we were both good with it. And also important to point out, in the event that that phone were used, one of our attorneys will be there to be part of that call as well.
And can you share if the Attorney General will be present?
So there will be an Attorney General in the command center, and that's who I will communicate with if there's any direction that's coming from the court or the governor or whoever. So they will be on site.
Do you know if any appeal or request has been made of the U.S. Supreme Court?
We're not aware of any at this point, but the Attorney General's office is monitoring that.
Anything else? Okay, we'll be back in an hour. Thank you.
Thanks.